exercise 5.1, question number 1 and 2 will be discussed in this part. Euclid's postulates and axioms were already discussed in previous part. You can check the link in description box. So let's begin. The very first question is, which of the following statements are true and which are false? We also have to give reasons for our answers. So the very first statement is, only one line can pass through a single point. एक single point है अगर हमारे पे, तो उससे क्या सिर्फ एक ही line pass हो सकती है? The answer is false. Reason? Because through a given point, infinite number of lines can be drawn. अगर हमारे पे एक single point है, तो हम उस single point से infinite number of lines pass कर सकते हैं. That's why this statement is false. Second statement is, there are an infinite number of lines which pass through two distinct points. अगर हमारे पे दो अलग अलग point हैं, तो उससे infinite number of lines pass कर सकते हैं. This statement is also false. The reason is because there is a unique line that passes through two distinct points. अगर हमारे पे दो different points हैं, suppose A and B, तो इससे सिर्फ एक unique line ही pass कर सकती है और इस statement में था infinite number of lines. So this is false. Third statement is, a terminated line can be produced indefinitely on both sides. So we have studied this thing. It is true because by the postulate, a terminated line means a line segment can be produced indefinitely. We can see through a diagram, this is a line segment. We can produce it from both the sides indefinitely. Fourth statement is, if two circles are equal, then their radii are equal. True. Because things which coincide to each other are equal to one another. ये हम postulate discuss कर चुके हैं. Hence, their radii will coincide. अगर circles coincide करेंगे, कोई दो चीजें अगर coincide करेंगी, यहाँ पे सर्कल है तो उनके रेडियाई जो होंगे, रेडियाई इज अ प्लूरल ऑफ रेडियस, क्योंकि यहाँ दो की बात करें तो उनके रेडियाई भी कोइंसाइड करेंगे, सो दे विल बी इक्वल. वी कैन सी फ्रॉम अ डायग्राम, दिस इज अ सर्कल, दिस इज अनदर सर्कल. इफ दे बोथ कोइंसाइड ईच अदर मीन्स ये इक्वल है. इट मीन्स इनके रेडियस भी कोइंसाइड करेंगे पर्टिकुलर एंड दे विल ऑल्सो बी इक्वल. फिफ्थ वन इज, इन फिगर 5.9 दिस इज द फिगर AB PQ के इक्वल है and PQ is equals to XY. Then we have to prove कि AB is equals to XY. This statement is true because things which are equal to same things are equal to one another as stated by Euclid's axiom. हमने Euclid के first axiom में पढ़ा था that things which are equal to same thing, जो चीजें same thing के इक्वल होंगी, AB is equals to PQ, PQ है XY के इक्वल, तो इसका मतलब क्या होगा, AB भी XY के इक्वल होगा. Then question number 2, give a definition for each of the following terms. Are there other terms that need to be defined first? What are they and how might you define them? So there are basically three parts of this question. हमें definition करनी है terms की. Then we have to tell there are another terms which are to be defined and then we have to define those terms also. So parallel line is our first term. We'll define it. If the distance between two lines remain constant, they are said to be parallel lines. अगर दो line के बीच का distance constant रहता है, then they are parallel lines. A pair of parallel lines which never meet at a point when produced indefinitely. A pair of lines एक ऐसा pair line का जो कितना भी हम प्रोड्यूस कर दें, दे विल नेवर मीट एट अ पॉइंट. वे किसी एक पॉइंट पे कभी मीट नहीं करेंगे क्योंकि उनके बीच का जो डिस्टेंस है वो हमेशा कांस्टेंट रहेगा. सपोज दीज आर द टू लाइंस, द डिस्टेंस बिटवीन देम रिमेन कांस्टेंट एंड अगर हम इन दोनों लाइंस को प्रोड्यूस कर दें फर्दर, तो ये कभी भी किसी भी पॉइंट पे मीट नहीं करेंगे. देन the terms which are to be defined are lines and point. We'll define them. Line, it is a breathless length. कोई breath नहीं होती है line की. That's why it is its definition. And point, a point is that which has no part. This is a point, so it has no part. Now second part is perpendicular lines. Those lines which intersect each other at right angle means 90 degree पे जो दो lines intersect करती हैं किसी point पे, then the lines are said to be perpendicular to each other. We'll understand by a diagram. Here these two lines intersect each other at this point. and they make angle 90 degree. So we'll call these two lines as perpendicular to each other. Terms which are to be defined first, lines and angles. Line we have already discussed, it is a breathless length, and angle, two lines diverging from a single point forms angle. यहाँ पे एक point था यहाँ पे ये वाली लाइन और ये वाली लाइन इस पॉइंट से डाइवर्ज कर गई एक सिंगल पॉइंट से, तो वो बीच में जो फॉर्म कर रही है दैट इज एंगल. देन कम्स थर्ड term that is line segment, a part of a line which has two end point. लाइन का एक ऐसा पार्ट जिसमें दो एंड पॉइंट्स हो वो लाइन सेगमेंट है. These are the 2 points and this is a line segment. Terms to be defined are line and point. We have already discussed. Line, it is a breathless length, and point, a point is that part which has no part. This is a point and this is a line segment. Then fourth is a radius of a circle. A line segment joining from center to any point on the boundary of circle is called radius of a circle. एक line segment हम discuss कर चुके हैं. सेंटर से सर्कल की बाउंड्री तक जो ज्वाइन करे वो है रेडियस ऑफ द सर्कल. दिस इज द सेंटर ऑफ द सर्कल, दिस इज द लाइन सेगमेंट एंड दिस इज द बाउंड्री ऑफ द सर्कल. ये होगा हमारा, ये जो लाइन सेगमेंट है सेंटर से लेके सर्कल की बाउंड्री तक, ये होगा हमारा रेडियस. इस सेंटर से हम बाउंड्री तक कोई भी लाइन सेगमेंट ड्रॉ करेंगे तो दैट विल बी कॉल्ड द रेडियस ऑफ द सर्कल. टर्म्स टू बी डिफाइंड आर लाइन, point and circle. Line, it is a breathless length. Point, a point is that which has no part, and the third one is a circle. What is circle? A circle is closed two-dimensional figure in which the set of all the points in the plane is equidistant from a given point called center. Circle एक 2D figure है जिसमें सारे points जो एक plane में है वो equidistant है given point के, इसके center के. That is a circle. Fifth one is square. A quadrilateral in which all four sides are equal. एक ऐसा quadrilateral जिसमें चारों साइड इक्वल हो and each angle is a right angle. वो होगा हमारा square. This is a square. All the sides, this one, this one, this one and this one, they all are equal and each angle is of 90 degree. Terms to be defined are quadrilateral and angle. A quadrilateral is a plane and closed figure. एक closed figure है जिसमें चार sides होती हैं, that is a quadrilateral. And angle we have discussed, two lines diverging from a single point. एक single point से जब दो line diverge करती हैं, split होती हैं, तो वो बीच में जो बनाती हैं that is an angle. So in this way these two questions are done. If you have any doubt in any of the question, you can ask your queries in comment section below.